What up, YouTube, man? Shaborat, I'm back, man, with another reaction. We got Kevin Durant continues to embarrass himself. Hey, man, let's do it.
Kevin Durant
Seems like
had
it's a
taken a
trend lately, boy. Y'all niggas is hating on this man, huh?
break from social media after his
I mean, some of the stuff he do is hard to defend. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't really think to ever bash this man. I don't know. He get a pass for some reason.
scandal, but now he's back and even worse. While replying to a fan on Instagram, KD said that LeBron's new Sixer team is better than the KD 2017 Warriors, and it ain't close.
Not the only one that's better. That 2024 Celtics team is better as well.
New Sixer team
Standing
is
on that.
better than the KD 2017 Warriors, and it ain't close. Joel MVP recently, Jaylen Brown recent
It ain't
Finals
about
MVP.
the accolades. It's just about how they were playing, and nigga, you only had two. You only had you had him and him. Okay, they'll say one the best, and then the second best shooter, right? Whatever. And damn near was he probably top 5 when it comes to shooting threes or whatever. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? The Celtics team had 10 of these niggas spamming threes, and they all was making them.
Tyrese Maxey All-Star the last 3
They
years.
had the best offensive rating in history, and it was a top 5 defense for sure.
We know all that Braun does. Klay Thompson, never an MVP candidate, nothing. 22 points a game. Draymond, 14.7 boards, 6 assists. Steph, an MVP.
Why does he respond to random dudes? Like, bro, what?
Just like Joel was. I don't get how the Warriors team is better on paper. Really? And Klay, by the way, catching strays on a Tuesday. Like, yo, KD, you good? Why are you using my full name like we're not boys?
Yeah.
Of course, Draymond responds like, thought it was his burner account. But not only is this argument ridiculous, but KD's insecurity just gets sadder and sadder. The whole reason that he's saying this is because deep down, KD is still hurt that people say that his 2 titles are fake. Means 37 years old, a near billionaire, thinking about what randos on social media say. And now he's burning the one bridge to the fan base who should love him. Think about Kevin Durant's career. Got disowned by OKC after he left. A loser everywhere else he's gone except for Golden State. And now he wants to crap on—
Oh my God, bro, the way you niggas frame narratives is so annoying, man. A loser, even though niggas got hurt in 2021, and he won basically by himself. Basically, his fool was on the line or whatever. Like, bro, you know, that's after the Achilles too. Like,
base who should love him. Think about Kevin Durant's career. Got disowned by OKC.
I mean, the other shit, okay, cool, but 2021, that was a ring, man. Giannis hurt my nigga swerving, man. Can you do?
See, after he left. A loser everywhere else he's gone except for Golden State. And now he wants to crap on that team? That's the one—
He's not crapping on, like, he's saying other teams better. Like, that's his opinion too. It's like, damn. You can't have an opinion. That's the thing. Like, you gotta be popular. If it's not the popular shit, you wildin'. Like, man, shout out Kyrie. That's exactly why niggas is apologizing now. Popular opinion was to take the damn thing. No, nigga, I'm not doing it. This shit ain't trustworthy. Now come out, that shit can increase your risk of cancer, all type of bullshit with that shit now. Stephen A, nigga, that's why you think for yourself.
Where else he's gone except for Golden State. And now he wants to crap on that team? That's the one team that made you immortal. What, do you want to be isolated and hated everywhere by the end of your career? Because that's what he's doing to himself. But let's talk about that team for a sec. KD's saying that the LeBron Sixers
are the best team either. Like, nigga, so
better than the 2017 Dubs on paper, and it's not close. Really? So this is the first year that KD joined the Warriors after they won an NBA record 73 regular season games and went to the finals. That team gets prime Kevin Durant. So 3 20-point per game scores, but how did they win 73 games the year before with just 2 20-point per game scores? Oh wait, because points per game isn't some magic stat. Turns out there's a lot more that matters than how many 20-point per game scores you have. For example, box score may be the worst way to evaluate prime Draymond Green. His value was never on the box score. Draymond might be the hardest superstar in NBA history to explain with normal stats. Almost none of what made him special showed up.
I'm not mad at that, but I did not expect you to say that.
To their number one defense, unlock Steph off the ball with screens and passing. And KD knows this. He's like, oh, Draymond had just 14 points per game. What are you talking?
To prove his point, Joel Embiid. I mean, that's a better starting lineup. Right? Yeah, Jaylen Brown, though. Jaylen Brown, bro. Yep, that's the Draymond, you know? Who you taking, Jaylen Brown or Draymond? You know, you got Tyrese Maxey, VJ, JB, LeBron. I mean, Embiid, if it's healthy, it's in the conversation for a reason.
About Kevin Durant knows this about Draymond more than anyone.
And it's an opinion, goddamn.
That year, Clay did his famous
he can say this and not get demonized, bro.
Game. It was the fastest 60-point game of all time, and he sat the whole fourth quarter. Also, Clay was the top perimeter defender, taking on the other team's best guard. So who cares if the media didn't consider him an MVP candidate? That's who votes on this stuff.
That don't matter.
What does that even matter when he's out here making history? And KD's like, matter. Oh, just 22 points a game. Like, that sums up Klay Thompson. You know what actually sums Klay up?
That don't matter.
The year before, OKC and Golden State in the conference finals.
You see, I didn't say nothing about their accolades. I just said Tyrese Maxey, VJ, Jaylen Brown, LeBron, and Embiid. I don't care that it's not all about accolades. I just said them caliber of players, though.
The year before, OKC and Golden State in the conference finals, Thunder up 3-2. But was it MVP Steph who stepped up? No, it was Clay, who dropped 41 points on 11 threes to force a Game 7, a game that KD lost. Clay could average 30 if he had his own team, but he chose to sacrifice. That's badass. But you know what's crazy? Clay's 60-point game on 11 dribbles perfectly sums up what makes the Warrior team so much better than the Sixers, and why stacking points per game is such a dumb argument. They had all-stars in their roles. Like a guy who can score 60 and doesn't need the ball? The Sixers are going to have 4 guys who are normally alphas. Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid. On paper, that sounds like a chemistry nightmare. But the Warriors have Steph, KD, plus Clay and Draymond all-stars, and that team still had Andre Iguodala.
Wait, you said Draymond was an all-star?
All-stars, and that team still had Andre Iguodala. What are we doing? That's an on-paper juggernaut.
That is a juggernaut. Like what? Like what? How is this not a juggernaut as well? Like, what are we talking about?
Had Andre Iguodala. What are we doing? That's an on-paper juggernaut. And when it comes to Steph, for some reason, feels like Steph is the only guy that Durant doesn't have a problem with. But at the same time, he somehow says Steph was an MVP just like Joel was, just like prime Steph Curry is the same as joining a team with old, broken down Joel Embiid, who plays 30 games a year. And not to mention that
they both got MVPs.
Team with old, broken down Joel Embiid, who plays 30 games a year. And not to mention
that's you. That's your narrative. You're demeaning him. That's you. He's an MVP, not candidate. Almost called him. No, he won. And you can't hear it enough. People like, if this man was healthy, he'd be the best big in the game. How many people be saying that?
Just like prime Steph Curry is the same as joining a team with old, broken down Joel Embiid, who plays 30 games a year. And not to mention that KD himself was an MVP 3 years before, so that's 2 prime regular season MVPs he's comparing to unreliable Joel Embiid. The argument is so bad.
No, it isn't. Because Tyrese Maxey, I don't know, I'm not limiting his capabilities or what he can do. Especially if he had his own team. I don't know what he could do. So yeah, definitely a caliber of that, in that caliber. And then Jaylen Brown should have won MVP last year, but it's political. And then LeBron, how many? Don't he got like 4 MVPs or some shit? I think, right? And then Embiid with the he got 1. And yeah, who knows what the hell VJ Edgecombe gonna be, so.
was an MVP 3 years before, so that's 2 prime regular season MVPs. He's comparing to unreliable Joel Embiid.
Cause shit, let's see what 2K gonna have LeBron rating, but shit, they got LeBron still at a 92. You let him tell, I guess he's still in his prime shit. So all these niggas in their prime, they just not Embiid just not healthy, but he's still hooping though. You know, so
prime regular season MVPs. He's comparing to unreliable Joel Embiid. The argument is so bad, I feel like KD was hacked and it's a joke. So for some reason, KD
it's not a bad argument, or it isn't.
Feels the need to throw his old teammates under the bus just like he did with his current teammates on the Rockets. All this is doing is isolating himself from fans and
now
other
you
guys
might have
in
a
the
point.
League. If he wants people to
he
respect
did not
his
need to do that shit with Clay. On me.
Accomplishments, this is doing the opposite. So what's going on? Well, this goes back to a deep insecurity about his 2 titles in Golden State. At the time, it was popular to call him soft. Stephen A. Smith's 2 titles in Golden State. At the time, it was popular to call him soft. Stephen A. Smith said it was the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar.
That's an
and
opinion.
Russell Westbrook made the cupcake synonymous with his old teammate. So KD is still trying to defend his own
Draymond was
legacy
trolling him?
by saying LeBron's doing the same thing, only worse. But the messed up thing is, we can all see it's not the same. The Sixers
Nah, I can't say that.
got swept in the second round by the Knicks.
Yep. They didn't have Jaylen Brown or LeBron. But and Embiid, he did break down. Ain't gonna lie, you know. So
Well, see, it's not the same. The Sixers got swept in the
they didn't even have a bench either. Them niggas was. Oh my gosh.
second round by the Knicks.
Ain't gonna lie, that might have been a W firing, bro. I don't even be on that. But what was that? The GM, bro.
Swept as a 7th
I ain't gonna blame it all on
the
him.
Warriors
But
won 73 games and were 1 win away from the championship. And I know Philly added Jaylen Brown, but it's not the same. This man, who is a top 15
ain't gonna lie,
player all
someone the
time,
block is
top
fucking
5
crazy.
pure
I couldn't
scorer,
disrespect
feels
Kyrie like that.
insecure
Y'all really be doing that. That shit is crazy.
About himself deep down. He's never gonna be happy with all he's achieved. Dude should feel proud. Instead, he's chirping at randos on social media still after ripping his teammates last year on Burner, and he's already tried to distance himself from the Warriors in the past. Like, after leaving the Suns, KD refused to even consider going back to Golden State. Why? That should be the one place that loves you. Like, you know, Warrior fans should think about KD.
Why are you not thinking about Draymond? Didn't Draymond, he's the reason he left.
Man, we love him. He made us the best team in the world. Dude tore his own Achilles trying to win a 3rd ring with us. Hell yeah, we've got his back till the end. But now, it's like, nah, kind of an insecure loser. Or cupcake through and through. And these are real Warrior fans. It shouldn't be like this.
It's not on anything, man. Y'all are internet thugs.
Negative energy around him. The opposite of this is Charles Barkley. The man is as confident as it gets and just says whatever comes to his mind.
You think our team sucks? I'm like, yeah, I only think that because they suck.
But it doesn't come from an insecure place. Like, if people call him fat, he's like, yeah, I'm fat and I look good. Or when he got caught sleeping on TV, Chuck doesn't get all defensive. He's like, yeah, I was sleeping, watching bad basketball.
That's him, okay?
And we're all like, yeah, it was pretty bad. And he gets some hate.
But what does this mean?
Mostly people are like, I love him or I admire him or nothing better than Chuck. He's hilarious. Because it makes us feel good to see somebody who feels good about themselves. And with KD, it's the exact opposite. It feels gross. And the ironic part of all of this is the more KD complains, the more it makes people take an even closer look at the 2017 Warriors. And like, yeah, actually, KD, you really did join a stacked team, man. That's pretty crazy. But if he just embraced it, a lot less people would even care. And he would be happy,
this is probably
which may
facts,
never happen.
But, I mean, bro, he's too late to do that anyway. But, hold on, what was I gonna say?
You really did join a stacked team, man. That's pretty
Oh, yeah. I gotta look at that roster, man. Where the hell is Clay at? Oh, he's right there.
But if he just embraced it, a lot less people would even care. And he would be happy, which may never happen.
Nah. The only reason that team was so damn good or whatever is just because, in my opinion, I think after the 2023 season, which is crazy, the NBA got better. As soon as the Thunder came alive, that's when the NBA got better. You know, all them rings before that were easy. respectfully, you know. That's why, because when you think about it, I'm like, damn, that Nets team with him, Kyrie, and Harden, that was the favorite. That was the team that people was looking at to win. Like, because if that team happened now, you wouldn't say that. Even though that's some firepower. But they were more in a prime, even though I think everybody, I don't know about Harden. No disrespect. I don't know how much Harden in his prime still, but people wouldn't say that now. The NBA got way better since then, bro. And it's like the only reason that was the only uh team like that. You know, there's plenty of teams kind of like this. I feel like, in a way, now, like the Spurs, like they can compete with this team, right? The Thunder can compete with this team, right? The 76ers. Um, I mean, you let them tell it. Probably the Nuggets. I don't think so though. But who else? The Knicks. Why can't the Knicks compete with this team? Why can't they? I mean, not saying they're gonna win, but shit, they're gonna compete. It's like ever since 2023, when the Thunder and now the Spurs and these other teams have came alive, bro. That's when the league seemed to have got harder, bro. I mean, look, bro, 2023, right before 2024, eighth seed Heat in the finals against the Nuggets, bro. Like, come on, man. Anybody would want that, bro. I wish Kyrie and them got to play them that following year. I wish. I wish it reversed. Nuggets had to play the super team, and then we had to play the eighth. Nigga, Luca he would still be in Dallas. You know? But nah, man, that's probably just the only team kind of like that.
Of this is the more KD complains, the more it makes
I
people
don't think
take an even
that shit was-
closer look at the
it was a good team
2017
show, but-
Warriors. And like, yeah,
I don't
actually,
know.
KD, you really did join a stacked team, man. That's pretty crazy. But if he just embraced it, a lot less people would even care. And he would be happy, which may never happen. Now, part of me doesn't blame Kevin Durant for this because they say 40 to 60% of our personality is genetic. And he just seems like kind of a brooding, isolated, bitter type guy. Like, I think anything that he does, he would just kind of have to really fight against that. That's just how he feels. You know, you think of Magic Johnson, he just has a big smile. Like, that's a big thing, dude. People who are blessed to just be born, like depression or whatever is like not even in their vocabulary because it's just how they are, you know, just naturally optimistic. Those people are super lucky. KD doesn't appear to be that kind of guy, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Magic Johnson is like the ultimate NBA example of this. A smile all the time, always in a good mood. They say when he was a rookie, the veterans were like, this guy's like cheesy and it's fake. But then after years, they were like, actually, I guess this is just how he is. But at first...
Nigga, what? That boy Ronnie gave Caleb Wilson only a 77? Oh, that's disrespectful.
People didn't really like him that much. And then like Kobe Bryant, for example. Kobe, I know I'm going on a tangent, who cares? Kobe was born to a dad who was an NBA player, and his mom was from like a well-to-do family. So like Kobe grew up in the suburbs...
Really?
You know, nice house, all this stuff, like travel internationally. Like he never had to really struggle for much, but he played like the kid who had to like fight for his next meal his whole life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just how he was born and how he is. And on some level, this is just how Kevin Durant is. It's just kind of sucks. It's almost like no matter what happened in his career, he was destined to become this guy, no matter how it unfolded. Now, the details happen to be that he left Oklahoma City for a team that was stacked, and then he got criticized, and then he went to Okay, those are the details. I feel like if it would have unfolded some other way in another dimension or universe, he was still going to do this kind of thing and be this kind of guy and have this kind of reputation who is burn bridges, insecure guy, isolated, and a loner. Like, that's just who he is. You know, that's who he was meant to be. So I don't really blame him. I feel like the NFL version of this is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the exact same kind of way. And he's that way with his family too, right? And so I have a prediction. There's like 5 people who are going to ever remember this if this happens, okay? 5 people are going to get in touch with me on Twitter or whatever and be like, dude, you called it. I think that Kevin Durant is going to do like ayahuasca or something, or DMT, because that's what these people do. This is what Aaron Rodgers did. I'll bet you Kevin Durant does this. Although it might seem a little desperate or whatever, because people are like, yeah, you would do that. But I just feel like he's the kind of guy who's going to be looking for some kind of escape or big life answers because life feels so cruel to him. No matter how much money he has or how many points he scores or how much fame he has, it's just not enough. That kind of person usually turns to something like an ayahuasca, right? I'll bet you he does. I don't know if it's different in like the black community. You normally don't hear about a lot of black people doing that.
Yeah, you
Maybe,
do.
I don't know. It's certainly I don't. Normally it's like veterans who I see, and normally the people that I see are white, whatever. Which is, by the way,
I don't think that's even
an underrated reason why.
I don't even think I never even knew that had anything to do with white people. I thought that was like some spiritual stuff that like black people did.
The people that actually, I see are white, whatever. Which is, by the way, side note, I think an underrated reason why Kyrie Irving seems to be in such a better headspace than when he was younger now is it's like that spiritual out.
Seems to be. Hold on. I did not expect it. What the fuck are we talking about? Seems to be in a better headspace. I'm in a lot. Hold on. What are you finna say, bro? So then he was younger. What headspace? What was he? He was mad at the world. Like what? What are you talking about? When he was younger? It's like they trying to make the man a villain because he didn't want to play with LeBron or something. Like, bro, what? Or it's hold on. It seems like that he didn't want to play with him. And didn't want to deal with all that came with. Like what? He was mad at the world. Like what? Everything he did was just, in my opinion. Shit. He's always been a good person, and he is a good person. So
maybe I don't know.
But y'all need to be. I don't know.
Certainly I don't. Normally it's like veterans who I see.
Y'all don't be fans. Y'all just be looking at the narrative like this. I don't know.
Which is, by the way, side note, I think an underrated reason why Kyrie Irving seems to be in such a better headspace than when he was younger now is it's like that spiritual outlet for them. And that's what the whole ayahuasca DMT thing is. It's like the spiritual outlet. And these pro athletes who have tried everything worldly that are supposed to make people happy, like the big house in the perfect neighborhood with the huge bank account.
Spirituality is normal. It's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be something you just turn to or whatever. Like
with the thing.
Niggas swear, like
people chase, and then eventually it's like either they go crazy, or they do something spiritual, or they're just naturally content people like we talked about earlier, right? And even Kobe, he just turned his competitiveness to other things. He was like trying to like be a killer movie maker and all that stuff, and he was starting to win Oscars. Who knows what else he would have done, right? But like Kyrie, he found like if you read his, now of course it's like not a wacky brand of spirituality, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like a little out there a little bit.
Y'all niggas are just bots, bro. That's just what it is. Y'all are NPCs. You're the same one that said it was crazy when he didn't want to take the vaccine. Shit, learn about it. Learn it. Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. You're not spiritual. You're not tapped in. So I don't think none of that shit is weird. Like, but maybe y'all niggas be, I don't know, Christians. I don't know.
Whatever. It's all kind of out there when you think about it. But if you read Kyrie's Twitter stuff, it's kind of crazy. But
no, it isn't.
That's where he's
standing on business. He literally be standing on business.
He's channeled his stuff. And now, as opposed to when he was younger, he seems a lot more, I don't want to say like calm or less crazy, but like he seems to have found something that works for him. Kevin Durant needs to find.
Shut up, bro. All right, I'm done. This man never been crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. I'm out, man. No cap.